What do we have for the fans today, Slongi?
Today we have a vampire princess turning into the girl next door.
Okay, Slongi, we know a lot about vampires, right? So vampire bites human.
Precisely.
Human becomes vampire.
Yeah.
So here, is the human going to bite the vampire and change the vampire back?
I think that's what's gonna happen. Tell us what you think in the comments below before seeing it.
I usually call myself a magic vampire princess. I get so much inspiration.
That is an interesting look she has. I always imagined princesses had crowns, but I'm not a big expert.
This is a vampire princess.
I mean, Slongi, how many vampire princesses have we met?
None.
Okay. You're supposed to ask me how many have you met.
How many of you met? 7?
Wow, that's a good guess. Have you already done this video?
Nope.
To everything just living here in this castle.
But speaking of this video, this feels the way she's dressing kind of reminds me of the gender fluid demon doll.
That was one of our favorite videos that we
made.
made.
By far one of my favorite reactions.
Absolutely. Cause,
I mean, just add some baby arms and we got a version of the gender fluid demon doll, right?
Yeah, I'm like, when I watched that, I'm like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and I'm like, my goodness, this is awesome. And I imagine this young lady, person, on the right, vampire, on the right, princess, I imagine, are those baby doll heads on her skirt?
Perhaps.
I'm very into the vampire aesthetic. I have permanent...
So, Slongi, now we know that vampires do exist, right?
Of course.
But how does something that doesn't exist have an aesthetic? That doesn't make sense to me. Because vampires don't really exist, guys. I mean, I've bitten a number of people's necks. Oh, abort!
Thanks. Today I'm gonna transform myself from goth.
Did you just say she had permanent fangs? Wait, I think I know what's gonna happen. She gets bitten by the human, but she still has the fangs, so she gets a nail file and files her fangs down to be more flat.
I swear, Slongi, after the last number of videos we've done, see if the next thing after the G is wagon. That's it. No more videos. Every video can have a G-Wagon in it. Except Mercedes sponsor ours as well. Because we would absolutely drive a G-Wagon just to get them off the street.
Big vampire to castle chic. This is not me.
Oh no, I think what's happening. A human is using their magic hands to rip off pieces of her and turn her into a regular human.
That's funny, we watched the same clip, and I was like, that human is tricking the vampire by putting a wig on the vampire and is then going to bite the vampire in the neck and say, how do you like it?
Are you ready? Come on out, let's see it.
I'm ready. I look like I'm younger version of my mom or something.
Did she turn that vampire into a human?
Yeah, I mean she did, but more so, even though vampires don't exist, guys, unless you've seen one, leave a comment below, of course, let us know where you saw it. But one of the things is vampires, like in crosses, don't mix, and that looks sort of like, it's a crucifix with like a spider's web on it, but shouldn't that be like burning her if she's she's a vampire princess, Slongi? It's a princess power.
I'm thinking of witches.
My name is Victoria Lovelace, and I am 32 years old.
Witches get burned at the stake and then use the stake to stab the vampire.
Wow. So imagine this, Slongi. We're just gonna pick it. We say we live in New York. Vampire comes to town. We have to find a witch to burn at the stake to use the stake to kill the vampire.
Or just use the stake first.
What if
or you can use the stake first and then use it to burn the witch.
Oh, this kid rewriting the rules every time.
Old, and I live in Sweden, and I usually call myself a magic vampire princess. My family.
I have to be honest, I meant to pick up the beer and not pause the video.
I actually own the castle. I get so much.
Okay, after seeing multiple outfits, this reminds me a lot of the gender fluid demon doll video.
Uh-huh.
Different story, different person, but still, it feels so similar, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna like it quite as much. The gender fluid demon doll's a classic, but this is still amazing.
As long as when she becomes human, she still has the baby doll arms attached to her head. I think she could come maybe equal first. Maybe.
Maybe.
Inspiration, just living here.
This is the most important room.
Before we get to the most important room, see, out of all the vampire movies and stuff I've watched, like her house was pretty uncastle Dracula looking. It sort of looked.
Well, that's
like
because she's not Dracula.
Yeah, I mean she's a princess, right? I mean, like it should be a better house. Like if you're a prince, I mean maybe it's hard times in the vampire community.
Probably.
The castle, which is my closet. I have all my dresses.
Firstly, big closet. Second, the vampire population's probably has been declining recently.
Well, they can't drink blood because of all the viruses that are in blood currently, right?
Yeah.
Here, as you see, most is actually black.
My style.
Fans, this is how stereotypes start. Is because maybe a vampire wearing a colour other than black would break that stereotype. Secondly, Slongi, see so this young lady got fake fangs bitten. Can you imagine how uncomfortable it would be having those like biting your lip and stuff just so you can...
Is in the range of goth.
Our outfit is not complete without a hairdress.
I'm very into the vampire aesthetic. I have permanent fangs. I love them. My husband.
Now, we never want to say anyone has permanent brain damage because we always want them to heal from it. But maybe, just maybe, sometimes.
And is a Dracul grotesque. Dracul is into the same style.
I
like it.
I want to say, oh, old guy, brr, can't believe the kids nowadays. Brr. But
I like this.
It's kind of cool.
When seen as me, I probably have a more cute appearance. He is more go for like the more evil look.
Okay, so he's like the more creepy murder guy, and she's the more cute princess type.
So that's because most people watching this are guys who like girls, so then yes, she is more cute. So I see him in the street. So if I saw, we'll say the devil is evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
I meet the devil in the street and I'm like, oh, level 79 devil, probably want to avoid it. I look at him and I'm like, I feel sorry for this guy, and I want to avoid him because I don't want to ask him, why did you make that red line down the middle of your face?
I'm not gonna ask either.
For
the record, he does kind of give off the murderer vibe.
I absolutely retract that, Slongi. I am absolutely crossing the street so I can ask him why. I get the red eye things. I get the black lips.
The red and blue eyes.
No, like the eyeshadow part.
Oh.
And then, gosh, he spends some time on it.
Still kind of gives off the murderer vibe.
Really?
I'm kind of listening.
So you're a buyer. I'm not a buyer. I don't think he's murdered anyone.
I'm just saying he kind of.
Today I'm gonna transform myself from gothic vampire to casual chic.
I thought that was her after the transformation.
For a second I did too.
Then, like,
then I remembered it was that girl from the beginning of the video.
Why is she knocking on the door to her own house?
Let me in.
Hey, Victoria.
You know, vampires can't go in the front door unless you invite them.
Hey vampires, I invite you all into my front door. As long as you don't suck my blood. Suck Liam's instead.
And we should point that Slongi doesn't own a front door yet. He doesn't have his own job. But however, I also invite you in.
As long as you only suck Liam's blood.
He's got lots of it. I've seen him.
First. Okay.
What's gonna get in here? I bet it's a corpse.
I am a little
One
bit
last
nervous.
feat.
I don't know what is hiding under here.
You know, as corpses go, Slongi, I've seen a few corpses in my day, and this really does not capture what a corpse looks like the sunglasses.
Unless it was a very rich corpse.
I mean, see the whole lack of the body?
Yeah.
That's
Maybe it was an invisible rich
a
corpse.
polar bear corpse?
Yes. Polar bear hair corpse.
Oh yeah, sorry, I did miss that.
Why? At least I see something black here. Oh no.
Oh no, clothes. Oh goodness, color. Oh, what will happen if I put
Very
this on?
scary.
I mean, as she's a vampire, it might burn her, right? It might be UV ray. Wait a minute, she was outside, right? Slongi, I'm starting to think she's wearing a crucifix, crucifix. Yeah, crucifix. And she was outside in sunlight. I'm starting to think that she's not a real vampire.
She's a vampire
That's
princess.
Not me.
Do you think the vampire monarchs can walk outside?
So today's
Yes.
look, we've decided to go for something more bronzy and nude and very neutral tones. Do you have an idea how it's gonna turn out?
Whoa, we double clicked it.
She's ripping the pieces off the vampire with her creepy magic.
I think when you rip the eyelashes, and this is why it's hard to get close to vampires. Like, the vampire knows if you take the eyelashes of a vampire, they lose all their superpowers. If you put our princess vampire in sunlight now, turns to dust. Editor, I guess that would be muted that effect. I'm not gonna do it, I'm too lazy.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of browns, a lot of natural color.
Something you never wear.
Something I never wear.
I just realized she has no eyebrows. Maybe the sun burned them off.
Yeah, that's what happens. You take the eyelashes off, the eyebrows get torched. That's why I wear my fake lashes.
I'm very anti
What? Nothing.
natural color.
Are you ready? Come on.
Well, that's the cheapest way to get rid of a tattoo, I think.
Well, you can't use a laser on a vampire because they're already, like, you know, they get burnt by UV radiation, and a laser might even, like, just, like, shoot through them like a knife through butter.
Now, let's see it.
I'm ready. I think I look like a
Slongi,
younger
Slongi?
version of my
This is
mom.
Stu would like to know if you'd like to watch a movie.
Hold on, I'm reacting. Also, I'll say hello to the fans. And get on camera.
Hello.
This is IMO. We told the vampires they could suck your blood.
And now, be gone, pest.
Bye bye.
Oops. So, let's get back to that, fans.
Oh, zombie.
Double click yet again.
For the record, I think she's better looking as a vampire princess.
I think it's because she looks sad afterwards.
And you can tell the difference from on the vampire.
I think she looked better as the vampire. I was pretty sure coming into this Slongi that we were gonna go, yeah, she looks better natural, but no,
I
think
suspected the vampire would be better.
keep rocking the vampire look is my advice. I don't think she's taking
A bit
advice from
nervous,
us, but
not sure
She isn't.
how she's gonna
So what's
look,
the name?
what to
Dracula?
expect, or if I would even am.
Actually, yes.
so what do we think, Slongi?
That's like Dracula, but without the
Do we think that Dracula's name is actually Dracul? That's the name his parents gave him, and he had the red crease down his face.
I think
and
he
then-
legally changed his name to Dracul.
Yeah, and then it wasn't even particularly creative. He dropped the A, like, at least be called like something from literature that no one's ever heard of. Don't go for like the
Like
biggest
Don
boss guy.
Quixote.
Like Don Quixote, yeah, except he wasn't a vampire. Like, pick a different vampire that people like, Marcius or something like that from a different literature.
Yeah.
Gonna recognize her. Oh, you got a new outfit, all dressed in white. And you got eyebrows. I'd rather switch you back to dressing in black.
Yeah, it's just like, so not me, but
You look nice, but there isn't anything black, so or
Shoes,
silver.
sunglasses.
But I think you still look
eyebrows,
beautiful. I
eyelashes.
just don't really care so much for the outfit or the gold. And it looks like you have eyebrows.
See, see, I'm on the same page as this guy. The vampire outfit was way better.
So, silver hurts vampires. Gold,
That's werewolves.
No, it hurts vampires a bit. Learn your mythology, Slongi. Or read the. I'll read the book to you because it's almost bedtime, I guess. But
Not even close.
I dislike that he. So I appreciate he's being honest, right? But rather than saying I dislike this new version of you, how about he says, you know what, you're also pretty like this. You know, it's maybe not the thing that how I'd like you to see you dress, and I think you're a great vampire princess. After all, you are married to Dracula without the A. And I sort of like it. I think these are a great husband and wife. Like, they're doing something together that is awesome to both of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to change something, and I think both of them are like, you know what, we don't really like this.
Yeah.
They're not hurting anyone as long as she keeps those teeth in her mouth.
Eyebrows, which I've never seen, so.
Well, you always want to see who I.
And away from our necks.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Brows.
Yeah.
Now you have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cool, like for one day or so, but
I just realized she still has the fangs. She was not lying. They are permanent.
They could still be fake, she just didn't take them out. I do trust her that they are permanent, though.
I think I will stick with the magical vampire princess I am.
I agree.
See? Everyone agrees. Vampire princess, way better.
I was going to say 1% better, slightly above average, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, for me,
And she went back to being a vampire princess, and everyone lived happily ever after.
The thing for me is she looked so uncomfortable with her new look, that I think that swayed me a little bit. You know, if they weren't the same person and I wasn't looking at the response, and I'd say, which one do I want to bring home to meet my parents? Do I want to bring home the half green haired, half black haired, you know, like facial makeup and stuff? Do I want to bring that home? No, I don't. My parents would go, hell no. Even if she came from hell, because she's a vampire princess. And of course, we're not making fun of anyone.
I don't know much about mythology, but I'm pretty sure vampires didn't come from hell.
This is why we have to have bedtime stories. No, I mean, yeah. There's lots of different mythology around vampires and where they came from. But yeah, like, which one do you... if you had to bring one home to meet Mrs. Stew, which one would you rather bring home to meet Mrs. Stew?
The vampire, so it would scare her away.
Oh, no. In which case, bring the vampire home. And we are about the end of that video, Slongi, so what do we do to...
Well, firstly, the disclaimer, we're not here to harass any groups protected by the YouTube Terms of Service. I mean, I don't think we actually made fun of or harassed anyone in here.
No, we enjoyed this, right? Like,
yes, just like the gender fluid demon doll. That gender fluid demon doll, absolute top. This is a close second, I'd say, right?
Absolutely. And I think this couple are going to go on and be very happy together.
Yes.
And I mean, I hope they never decide to move on to drinking human blood and stuff like that. But the look is great. I can understand why they are hooked on the look.
Yeah. Fans, go watch the Gender Fluid Demon Doll video and say which one you think was better in the comments below. We'd like to hear which one you liked more. Anyways, fans, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and goodbye, everybody!
Goodbye.